Hey guys, Miss Starling here. I am going over practice problems to help prepare for your IExcel quiz that's due on February 11th, next Wednesday. This is how I expect you to show your work, so please make sure that you pay close attention to what I'm doing here. I'm starting with the questions that look like RLQ, I think. So let's just say question 1 is B plus 8 plus 7b plus 6. Now you can do it one of two ways. You can group your like terms together by doing b plus 7b plus 8 plus 6 and then putting them together. This is a 1b plus 7b, which makes 8b, and then this is 8 plus 6, which is 14, and then circle your answer. That's one way to show your work. And then come over here and type in 8b plus 14. Okay. The next one says 6z squared plus 6z plus 9 minus 5z squared plus 9. Then I can just group my terms by using my highlighters and color code them. So my z squareds would be green, and everything here becomes negative. So that means to change your sign. Change sign. And it doesn't always necessarily become negative. That just means the negative is there, so I'm going to distribute him. So this becomes a negative 5z squared and a negative 9. Okay, now that all the signs are changed, I have to have to color code all my like terms. And again, only do this if you've got color coded highlighters or colored pencils, which works. I only have one term with a single z, and then I have two constants. So this is where I do require you to show this step, and we'll put the green terms together. So this is 6z squared minus 5z squared, and then bring down the one with the next degree, which is 6z, and then bring down your constants, which I should have highlighted. This one, and then the other one is green. Where's my green highlighter? This one. So then I'll have plus 9, and then minus 9. So if I add a positive 9 and then take that 9 away, those 9s will zero out. So those will go away. And then this is 6z squared minus 5z squared, which is just z squared, plus 6z, and these are gone. So then come over here and type in z to the second power plus 6z, and then click submit. All right, let's go to a harder question, like this one right here. This is negative 6q squared plus 3q plus 9, all in a group, plus 6q minus 6. All right, let's color code after I turn my camera back on. There we go, now you can see. So I've got my q squares, there's only one of those. I've got my q to the first power, and then this plus sign means keep the signs. And then my constants are going to be peach. Constant, keep the sign, constant. So let's put them all together. The negative 6q squared stays because he doesn't have anybody to be combined with. Then we have 3q plus 6q plus 9 minus 6. So everything comes down. Then we'll combine like terms. Negative 6q squared plus, put these q's together, you get 9q, and then put 9 and negative 6 together, and you get positive 3, and that's my final answer. So go back to IExcel, type in negative 6q to the second power plus 9q plus 3. Okay, now we're doing lesson BHL with the distributive property, and the problem starts off with 1 plus 2d as a quantity times 7. Now the parentheses are just there to tell you to multiply. So here's my problem. Let me make this slightly larger. And then this is where I distribute. So the 7 gets multiplied by the 2d and the 1. So this is 1 times 7. Bring down your plus sign. This is 2d times 7. Then I do the math. 7 times 1 is 7. And then 2 times 7, I have to multiply the coefficient by 7, which is 14, and then bring the d down. This becomes 7 plus 14d. 7 plus 14d. 3 times 2 plus 6b. I'm going to do 3 times 2. Back to my camera. Plus 3 times 6b. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 6 is 18, so 3 times 6b will be 18b. And there's my answer. 6 plus 18b, and then submit. And then if I jump up a level, this is going to ask me to factor, so it wants me to undo the distribution. So I've got to take my two terms. I've got 15a minus 25b. So this is where I find out what they have in common. 15 and 25, so make a little factor tree over here. I've got 3 times 5, and then I've got 5 times 5. They both have a 5, so put an a here and a b here. And I would put the a with the term that they don't have in common. So they both have a 5. So put the a with the other term and put the b with the other term. So now I can undistribute by factoring out a 5. So divide by 5, divide by 5. 5 comes outside, then my parentheses reappear because I'm undoing the distribution. So I'm working backwards. 15a divided by 5 is 3a. Bring down your minus sign. And 25b divided by 5 is 5b. You must show this step in order to get full credit. If you do not show this step or this one, you will not get full credit if you're not showing how you factor. And then there would be my answer. So it's 5 times 3a minus 5. Oops, let's check. Got it. 8q and 28. Okay. 8q, was it plus or minus? Plus 28. 8 and 28 are both divisible by 2 and 4 and 4 and 7. I should actually use 4 because 4 is the greatest common factor here. So I've got a q and then no q over here. So put the q with your 2 and then locate the common factor, 4 and 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4. Bring 4 on the outside of the parentheses and then bring it down. So you're going to have 2q plus 7 because 8 divided by 4 is 2 and then 28 divided by 4 is 7. So my answer will be 4 times the quantity of 2q plus 7. 4, 2q plus 7. All right, now we're going to go on to IXL lesson 5.8a. Okay, this is now lesson 5.8a where we're multiplying polynomials. So we're going to move into this, excuse me, starting next week. But the first thing that we need to do is to write the problem down always. 4g plus 4 times 4g minus 4. Now, I prefer that we use the box method for this, where we create the rectangle using two lines, going this way, one rectangle, and then split them in half, going vertically and horizontally. And then we put 4g plus 4 across the top and 4g minus 4 along the sides. So then this is where I find the area of this rectangle, where I do 4g times 4g, which becomes 16g squared. And then I do 4g times 4, which is just 16g. And then I do 4g times negative 4, which is negative 16g. And then I do negative 4 times positive 4, which is negative 16. Then I'm going to bring down all of my terms that are inside the box, all of the areas. So I'm going to do 16g squared plus 16g, because he has an invisible plus sign here, minus 16g minus 16. I know, a lot of terms, a lot of things to unpack there. These two g's will become a zero pair. That means they equal 0, they will go away. So I'm going to make those go away, and this is 16g squared minus 16. Now, the zero pairs are not always going to be present, so let's see if it gives us another example later on with that middle term there. So 16g squared minus 16. Okay, so then we're going to do 3m squared times negative 5m squared. And there's really no need for an area model for this one. We just need to multiply 3 times negative 5. 3 times negative 5. And then m squared times m squared. So 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And m squared times m squared is m to the 4th power. And then I'll do my answer. Negative 15m to the 4th power. Let's check it. Uh-oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I wrote the problem wrong. This is a 3, not a square. I put a 2 there. This should have been a 1 more. Okay, well then let's fix it and do it again. Let's do a 3c minus 4 times a c minus 3. Let's do the box model. 3c minus 4 and c minus 3. So find the area here. This is 3c times 1c, which makes 3c squared. This is negative 4 times c, which is negative 4c. This is 3c times negative 3, which is negative 9c. And this is negative 4 times negative 3, which is a positive 12. Bring down all of your terms. So I will keep a middle term here. So this becomes 3c squared minus 4c minus 9c plus 12. So these will not zero out. These will get combined, and it will be negative 4 minus 9, which becomes negative 13. So bring down this first 3c squared, subtract 13c, and then add 12. And this will be my answer. (3c squared minus 13c plus 12). Let's see if we get this right. Got it. Okay, the next video we'll have more practice on this.